Welcome to Friends of Newport Ship's first ever video blog or vlog. Hello there, I'm Liz. Here I am, stood outside the ship centre. You can see the distinctive brown flags with the ship logo. And here we have the lorry that have brought a consignment of medieval timbers back to us from York just the day before. There's a weather front forecast to bring in heavy rain early afternoon, so we're all very keen to get these timbers unloaded and safely into storage before it arrives. Even so, time and care must still be taken over how we unload these timbers and in which order they are placed on the pallets. Curator Dr. Toby Jones is stood in the middle of this group. These oak timbers were felled in 1449 in the Basque Country, and they were used to construct a merchant ship that sailed for nearly 20 years between the Severn Estuary and the Iberian Peninsula before coming to rest on the banks of the River Usk. And I'll show you in a moment just the level of detail on these timbers. It is really incredibly hard to get your head around the fact they've been lying under the alluvial silt of the River Usk for over 500 years before they were discovered. You can see the grain, you can see the oak trenails that were used to fasten these timbers together. Magnificent. Here you see one of the hull timbers being carried by hand. There's some room on one of the pallets in the storage chamber that you can see. Here comes Rob, another of our volunteers, carrying one of the hull timbers. He's going to place that on top of the pallet. These are nice to use on the tops of pallets because they are lightweight and won't cause any damage to the underlying timbers. This is one of two climate-controlled chambers that have been built to store these timbers, and not just the timbers from the vessel, but also the artefacts that were found between the framing timbers down in the bilges. This is forklift truck archaeology managing these timbers. We hope to complete the conservation of all of our timbers by the end of this year. We have to make the best use of the available space in these storage chambers, so it's really crucial that we position these pallets in such a way that no spaces or gaps are wasted or lost. Here we see Martin from the Newport Transporter Bridge, who's driving this forklift truck. You can see how skillful he is in positioning these pallets. Both Martin and our own curator Toby are incredibly skillful with these forklift trucks. And here you see us clearing space in the second chamber, ready to receive more pallets of timber. You've just seen the large bracket go out. We have an extensive library of books, and here we have some of the whole timbers. I'm always reminded of a certain Swedish furniture warehouse when I see these shelves. The similarity is that you take home your flat-packed piece of furniture and assemble at home. Well, here we have a flat-packed medieval 15th century merchant vessel. here we see Bob, our chairman, helping Toby to keep the pallets stable whilst they're on the forks of the forklift truck. Once all the timbers have completed their conservation, that will mark the end of the first stage in our project. The second stage will then begin. We'd like to reassemble these timbers and we'd like to put them on display for members of the public and archaeologists from around the world and other interested people to enjoy. We'd like to bring you on our journey with us as we go through the next phase, and also reveal some more information about the finds from the ship, about interesting pieces of timber, and reveal to you the many different ways that volunteers from Friends of Newport Ship help with the ship project and keep things moving along. In our next episode, we'll be taking a closer look at some of the pieces of timber that you've seen being moved around today, and we'll also hear from Toby about one piece that was unloaded today of particular interest. Had a little competition to see who could correctly guess how many timbers we'd unloaded. The nearest one would win. I came second. I think the answer was about 71, or it might have been 80. I forget. About 4 hours later, we have successfully unloaded some 70 or 80 timbers with a combined weight of 4 tons and safely stored them into the climate control chambers. About an hour after we finished, the wind got up, the skies darkened and the rain set in for the rest of the day. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our vlog. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it, leave your comments below, click the subscribe button if you want to hear from us, and the bell for notification of future releases. Thank you.